prominent families often forget a simple truth. I found.
And which truth is that?
Knowledge is power.
Seize him. Cut his throat. Stop. Wait. I've changed my mind. Let him go. Step back 3 paces. Turn around. Close your eyes. Power is power.
You've heard the old adage, action speaks louder than words. Actions and demonstrations are much more powerful than any rhetoric that one can spew out of his mouth. There are no offensive words, no possibility of misinterpretation. No one can argue with a demonstrated proof. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions, without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Arguing with superiors. In 131 BC, Roman consul Mucianus laid siege to the Greek town of Pergamus. He found himself in need of a battering ram. He sent for the military engineer in Athens, requesting a large ship mast to be sent to him immediately. The engineer did not agree with the use of a large mast and argued endlessly with the soldiers that a smaller mast for the battering ram was more suited. The soldiers warned him that Mucianus was not a man to argue with. The engineer insisted the smaller mast would be the only one that would work. When the smaller mast arrived, Mucianus demanded an explanation. The soldiers described how the engineer argued endlessly for the smaller mast. Mucianus went into a rage. He could no longer concentrate on the siege. All he could think about was the impudent engineer, whom he ordered to be brought to him immediately. When the engineer arrived, he happily explained to the consul the reasons for the smaller mast. He went on and on, using the same arguments he had made with the soldiers. He said it was wise to listen to experts in these matters. Mucianus let him finish, then had him stripped naked before the soldiers and flogged and scourged with rods until he died. The engineer disobeyed Law 1, never outshined the master. He was adamant that his idea and opinion was the best. Trying to argue incessantly about how you are right and how they are wrong undermines a leader's intelligence and ego. The arguer does not understand that words are never neutral, and that by arguing with a superior, he impugns the intelligence of one more powerful than he. We all believe we are masters in the realm of opinion and reasoning, but you must be careful. Learn to demonstrate the correctness of your ideas indirectly. Observance of the law. In 1596, Brunelleschi was busy repairing the dome of the Santa Maria del Fiore Cathedral in Florence. The city hired a second man, Lorenzo Ghiberti, to work with him. Brunelleschi was not happy with this. He knew Ghiberti was an amateur and would do none of the work but get half of the credit. At a critical moment of the construction, Brunelleschi suddenly developed a mysterious illness. He had to stop the work on the cathedral. Brunelleschi reassured the city officials they'll do fine with Ghiberti finishing the job. It soon became very clear that Ghiberti was useless and they fired him. By some miracle, Brunelleschi recovered in days. Reversal. Verbal argument has one vital use in the realm of power: to distract and cover your tracks when you are practicing deception or are caught in a lie. In such cases, it is to your advantage to argue with all you can muster. Draw the other person into an argument to distract them from your deceptive move. The more emotional and certain you appear, the less likely it seems that you are lying. The problem with trying to prove a point or gain a victory through argument is that in the end you can never be certain how it affects the people you are arguing with. They may appear to agree with you politely, but inside they may resent you, or perhaps something you said inadvertently even offended them. Words have that insidious ability to be interpreted according to the other person's mood and insecurities. Such is the double power of winning through actions rather than argument. No one is offended, and your point is proven.